And a very pleasant good evening to everyone here tuning in Friday Night Hoops here at the Bosch Chick Martin Court, Boschmer Gymnasium. We have a pivotal USA South clash between the Brevard College Tornadoes and the North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops. A matchup that we have seen already early on this season. In just a moment, we will have the starters for both teams. But looking back on that matchup earlier in the year, 77-73 victory for the Tornadoes on November 18th at North Carolina Wesleyan, a game where freshman Olivia Miller, who is the second leading scorer on the team, dropped 20 points in the first game of conference play for the Tornadoes to give them a 4-point win, which right now is looming large on the outcome of the conference. And if the NATOs can win this ball game, they can put a little bit more distance between themselves and Wesleyan, which they need to do, as them, North Carolina Wesleyan, and Southern Virginia all in a three-way tie for second place in the USA South Conference. Obviously, Greensboro first in the USA South with the unbeaten conference record, but the NATOs, Southern Virginia, and North Carolina Wesleyan all at second place, all tied. Now, I'm not exactly sure how all the tiebreakers work, but the Tornadoes are 1-1 against Southern Virginia, 1-1 or 1-0 against North Carolina Wesleyan. So not exactly sure how that all works, but if you're the Tornadoes and you take care of business, you don't need to worry about the rest of it. So taking a look at the Tornadoes, 13-6 overall, 9-3 in conference, really good numbers. In fact, the best numbers that we have seen in the Donald Hudson era, except they're on a two-game losing streak. They lost last Saturday in overtime on the road to Southern Virginia, and then they fell a disappointing game. They fell 59-49 at Pfeiffer earlier this week. I believe that was this past Wednesday night. And the next game after tonight for the NATOs is right back here tomorrow against Meredith, and it will be senior day for the Tornadoes. By the way, the NATOs are led by head coach Donald Hudson in his 7th year, and North Carolina Wesleyan also, they're sitting at 13-7, 9-3 in the conference, and once again fell earlier in the season to the Tornadoes. We'll be back here in just a moment for starting lineups and a little bit more matchup preview. Don't go anywhere, folks. Less than 10 minutes away from tip-off here at the Bosch. NATOs and Bishops coming up here in just a moment. Back here again, about 3.5 minutes away from basketball. Tornadoes and Bishops coming up here in just a moment. NATO sitting at 13-6, 9-3 in the conference, riding a 2-game losing streak, hoping to break that tonight after the 59-49 loss at Pfeiffer earlier in the week. The North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops sitting at 13-7, also 9-3 in the conference, part of a 3-way tie for second between the Tornadoes, the Southern Virginia Knights, and the Bishops, as I said. Last game for the Bishops is a 67-56 W against Methodist, and they've won 4 of their last 5. So a hot team coming in here to the Bosch tonight, and the NATO's hoping to knock them off and sweep the season series after taking one in the first game of conference play all the way back in November. Tornadoes had a narrow 4-point victory at North Carolina Wesleyan November 18th. Olivia Miller had 20 points in that game. While we've got you here, let's take a look at these starters, folks. We will start with North Carolina Wesleyan. Number 3, John A. Goddard, a junior forward, 5'8", out of Williamston, North Carolina, Riverside High School. Number 4, Nadia Simmons, a junior forward, 5'7", out of Henderson, North Carolina, Vance Charter High School. Number 14, Arena Harris, junior guard, 5'3", out of Raleigh, North Carolina, Rollsville High School. Number 21, Deanna Adams, junior guard, 5'5", out of Middlesex, North Carolina, C. Holders High School. And rounding out the 5 for North Carolina Wesleyan is Charisma Harrison, senior forward, 5'8", out of Weldon, North Carolina, Weldon High School. A lot of veteran experience in this North Carolina Wesleyan unit. 4 juniors and a senior in the starting 5, kind of the opposite of the Tornadoes' MO, who have a lot of young players in that lineup. And let's take a look at that Tornadoes lineup. Number 3, Journey Tyler, senior guard, 5'6", out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Knox West High School, UT Chattanooga transfer. Number 5, Lexi Shepard, sophomore guard, 5'2", out of Summerville, South Carolina, Summerville High School. Number 10, the freshman, Olivia Miller, forward, 5'10", out of Hudson, North Carolina, South Caldwell High School. Number 23, Callie Wells, junior guard, 5'6", out of Fort Mill, South Carolina, Fort Mill High School. And rounding out the 5, the anchor, number 24, McKenna Parkins, junior forward, 5'11", out of Marion, North Carolina, McDowell High School. NATOs are led by Coach Hudson, Donald Hudson, in year 7, most successful that we have seen in his tenure to this point. And he is assisted by Miss Annalie Bollinger in season number 2, and volunteer assistant coach Destiny Williams, Brevard alumni, part of this ride as well. For the Tornadoes, McKenna Parkins, leading scorer, 14.7 points per game, 5th in the conference, 8.7 rebounds per game, 4th in the conference. Lexi Shepard, 4th in the conference in assists per game at 3.4. And we go into this one once again, tied for second in the USA South with North Carolina Wesleyan and Southern Virginia. A pivotal matchup coming here tonight, and in just a moment we will have the playing of the national anthem and the starting lineups given to you once more by PA announcer Ray Gill. Now let's send it on down to Ray, and go NATOs.
Ladies and gentlemen, before tonight's national anthem, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge that tonight's game is this season's Play for K game, continuing the vision of legendary women's basketball coach KL to bring communities together and honor cancer warriors in the fight against cancers affecting women. We honor all these cancer warriors and survivors and do want to recognize an avid BC basketball fan and member of the Tornado Club, Gaynell Bollinger, grandmother of Coach Annalie Bollinger. Gaynell was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015. And won her battle in 2017 and has been in remission ever since. Thank you for your inspiration, Gaynell Bollinger. To donate to this important cause, go to KL.com. And ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the singing of our national anthem performed today by Brevard College student, Miss Grace Ball.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes had
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet tonight's starting lineups. First, the visiting Bishops of NC Wesleyan University. At 4, the 5'8" junior from Williamson, North Carolina, number 3, John A. Goddard. At 4, the 5'7" junior from Henderson, North Carolina, number 4, Nadia Simmons. At guard, a 5'3" junior from Raleigh, North Carolina, number 14, Arena Harris. At guard, a 5'5" junior from Middlesex, North Carolina, number 21, Deanna Adams. And at 4, the 5'8" senior from Weldon, North Carolina, number 25, K.I. Harrison. And now, the starting lineup for your Brevard College Tornadoes. At guard, a 5'6" senior from Knoxville, Tennessee, number 3, Journey Tyler. At guard, a 5'2" sophomore from Summerville, South Carolina, number 5, Lexi Shepard. At 4, the 5'10" freshman from Hudson, North Carolina, number 10, Olivia Miller. And guard, a 5'6" junior from Cornwall, South Carolina, number 23, Kelly Wells. And at 4, the 5'11" junior from Marion, North Carolina, number 24, McKenna Parkins.
And there you have it, PA announcer Ray Gill with the starting lineups and the national anthem performed beautifully by Brevard College student-athlete Grace Vaught. And we are just about ready for some basketball. Pivotal USA South clash coming up here. Two teams tied for second place in the USA South Conference, vying for a home playoff game. And the NATOs holding the 1-0 season advantage over North Carolina Wesleyan after a victory in November. And for the tip here, it'll be Harrison and Miller will win it. NATOs get the first possession. It'll be Lexi Shepard. On the right side, she gives over to Callie Wells. Wells guarded by Simmons, now ranging to her left, gives over to McKenna Parkins. McKenna, a couple dribbles, now gives to Lexi. Lexi dribbling, giving it over to Miller. Miller, nice pass, fits it into Wells. Oh! Nice dime there by Olivia Miller. And the first chance for the Bishops here. Harrison goes over to Goddard. Goddard now over to Harris. Harris passing over, and the mid-range jump shot is connected upon by Goddard, the junior forward out of Williamston, North Carolina. And one possession for each team. Both teams getting a basket. It's 2-2. Journey Tyler working inside, going up off the glass. Can't get the roll. Gets her own rebound, goes up and gets the basket. Journey Tyler and some good offensive energy early on for the Tornadoes as K-Rye Harrison brings the ball up. Pressed up on by Lexi Shepard. Lexi 8th in the conference in steals per game. Going inside, passing out to the corner. The jump shot here by Harris is no good. Rebound Journey Tyler. Arena Harris with the miss there. And the third possession coming up. Lexi Shepard over the head of McKenna Parkins. And it'll be the first Tornado turnover. John A. Goddard to inbound. She gives it up to Adams. Adams coming up and losing the basketball. It'll be Tornado ball. Turnover there by Deanna Adams. And Miller will inbound here. Lexi brings it up, middle of the floor. Adams waiting on her. Now Lexi sprinting in, losing it momentarily, turning around. Pop shot is good. Lexi Shepard. Lexi with the basket and a 6-2 run to start things off for the NATOs. Adams trying to work on Lexi. Lexi once again top 10 in the conference in steals per game. Pass over to Nadia Simmons. Simmons around the screen, going in on Parkins, puts it up, can't get it. Rebound knocked out by Olivia Miller, and it'll stay with the Bishops. The North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops, sitting at 9-3 in conference play, just like the Tornadoes, in a key matchup. Adams inbounds over to Goddard. Goddard working on Olivia Miller. Turning around, now passing back out over to Adams. Adams, guarded by Lexi, goes inside, puts it up off the glass. It's good. goes right at Shepard and gets the basket. As Lexi brings it up. Now moving to her right, gives to Journey Tyler. Tyler looking for a cutting Wells, and instead will cross to her left and give to Miller up top. Miller fires up a three, can't hit. Rebound brought in by Adams. Lexi pressuring her as she runs up the floor. She gives it up over to Harris. Harris looking for a pass, now goes back over to Adams. Got away with a walk, maybe. Harrison, mid-range jumper, high arcing shot, in and out. Rebound brought in by Wesleyan, and now in the corner is Goddard. Back over to Harrison. Firing up a three is Adams, and she hits it. First North Carolina Wesleyan lead. It is 7-6, about 3 minutes in here. Lexi Shepard, left side, left wing, fakes a pass, now tries to go into Parkins. It's knocked away, but goes right to Miller. Miller going inside, puts up a floater, rattles around and goes in. Olivia Miller gets the lead right back early on here. It'll be Adams bringing it up. Over to Goddard. Now Harris. Harris guarded by Wells. Now Journey Tyler defending up top. Goddard losing the basketball. Miller fighting for it. Goddard has it back. Gives over to Harris. Harris, left wing, 7 on the shot clock. Trying to go inside. Now passes back over to Goddard. Up top, Adams again for three. Hits another. 2 for 2 from beyond the arc for Adams. Deanna Adams, as Lexi has the ball, left side, gives to Journey Tyler. Journey, subs getting ready to come in. Journey spinning around through contact. No foul called. And they called the jump ball, and the possession arrow is going North Carolina Wesleyan's way. She gets caught in a clothesline, and no whistle is blown through the contact somehow. Now in for North Carolina Wesleyan is Kanaya Cromartie, as well as number 23, Corinthian Williams. It'll be Adams. Williams has it now. To her left, Harris. Arena Harris, guarded by Callie Wells. Up top with the basketball now, going inside and putting up the shot and making it is Nadia Simmons. First multi-possession lead for North Carolina Wesleyan, 12-8. About 4.5 in here. Shepard, offense going stagnant, gives to Parkins. Parkins, stutter step going inside, puts up a mid-range floater and hits it. 5th basket for the Tornadoes. And now Adams going to try and beat Lexi, and she might. Hitting the brakes, now giving over to Williams. Corinthian Williams gives right back to Adams, now back to Williams. Left side, Harris gives over to Simmons. Now Adams on the right wing. Adams knocked up in the air. Lexi Shepard has another steal. Lexi spinning around, racing up the floor, does not have numbers, and she'll slow it down. Gives to Parkins. Parkins on the right wing, going to fire up the three. Missed badly there, and that one will fly out of bounds. Just flew off the hand awkwardly. Could tell immediately, and now a media timeout, maybe, possibly just subs. Aisha Short, China Pouncey, Nalia Boyce all checking in, and there we go. There it is. Media timeout here, 5 minutes in. NATO's trailing at 12-10 early on here at the Bosch in a crucial matchup against North Carolina Wesleyan, and we will be right back. Back out of the timeout here, and just wanted to correct myself from earlier. Our media guide had North Carolina Wesleyan and the Tornadoes both at 9-3 in the conference. Both teams do have the same conference record, but add an extra win, 10-3 for the two teams that are tied. Well, the three teams that are tied. Southern Virginia not in this game. Naisha Best, newly checked into the game, has the basketball, now gives to Adams. Adams going around the screen, stepping back, now going back up top to Best. Best moving to her left, trying to work on Aisha Short. Blocked! Short with the block. It's knocked over to Wesleyan and a foul on Short as Kanaya Cromartie was trying to recover that one. Foul will be against Aisha, her first, and the NATO's first. Inbound coming here from Best. Best looking, getting it over, and the shot no good by Cromartie as Aisha Short going to bring it up the floor, stepping back now up top, moving to her right and looking around as she goes between the legs. It's to China Pouncey. Pouncey tries to fit in a pass to Boyce, and it's stolen by Cromartie. A few turnovers here early on for the Tornadoes. Got to cut down on those as going inside is Simmons. She goes up, and she is blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Nadia Simmons gets sent packing there. And Wesleyan, a lot of subs early on here. This is number 22, Destiny Bell, the freshman out of Chesapeake, Virginia. Inbound coming here from Best, goes over to Cromartie. Now up top, Goddard, back down low, Best, and it's knocked away. Parkins fighting for it, and Wesleyan has it back. That's Corinthian Williams with the basketball. Now Best over to Simmons. Into the corner, newly checked in. It's stolen! McKenna Parkins with the steal and gives it up to Aisha Short. Short to her left, Parkins. Parkins back to Aisha. Aisha fits in a pass over the head of Boyce. And the NATOs have got to get these passes on target. A lot of turnovers early on here. That's the fourth Tornado turnover, 3 for Wesleyan, so a lot of turnovers early on in this ball game. Michaela Street checked into the ball game for the first time. Street, the high-impact freshman, her and Miller, the two freshmen that have really made a huge, huge difference so far on this season. Nadia Simmons with the basketball. Gives it up to Bell, and now a three by Best is going to bounce around and fall out. Rebound, though, Cromartie. It's knocked out of bounds, and it will be Tornado ball. A rebound was knocked out. And now Aisha Short with the NATOs trailing by 2. 3:25 to go here in the first. Michaela Street with the basketball, going to try and provide a spark here. Someone hits the ground down there. It looks like Bell. She gets back up. Aisha Short with the ball, trying to move people around, now gives to Street. 12 on the shot clock. Street handing over to Pouncey. Pouncey up top, whips to her left, Short, a three, and can't hit. Rebound brought in by Corinthian Williams. And that's another thing. The NATO's not quite getting all the boards they usually do. Simmons working on Pouncey, loses the ball momentarily. Now gives to Best on the right wing. Hudson trying to give defensive instruction, working along the baseline and stepping out of bounds is Best. Another substitution coming here for North Carolina Wesleyan. It'll be K. Rye Harrison coming back in. Short calling out the play and bringing it up now. Ball knocked away from her by Bell. Now Short gives to China Pouncey. China going around a screen by Boyce. Pass over through the hands of Michaela Street. Turnover there again for the Tornadoes, their 5th already here in the first quarter. Some sloppy offensive play after a quick start on the offensive end. It was 6-2 NATOs. Since then, it is a 10-4 Wesleyan run. NATO's got to finish this first quarter strong. Best trying to get by Short, now gives it up to Williams. Williams looking around, still looking for someone, and now gives it up to Harrison. Best with it once more on the left wing. Around the screen, free throw line, jumper, rolls out. Rebound, though, put up and good. Harrison there, Karisma Harrison with the basket, and it's 14-10 NC Wesleyan with 2:05 to go here in this first quarter. Short, right wing, goes up top to Miller. Miller jab step, stepping back, moving to her right, getting a screen. Working now, turning around, looking for a pass, gives it over to Street. 14 on the shot clock. Street to her left, China Pouncey. Pouncey going to go inside, put up the floater, no good, too strong, fighting for her own rebound, and it goes over to Street. Street puts her head down, floats it up, no good, rebound fought for, and Aaliyah Boyce saves it, and she's out of bounds. Boyce, a valiant effort to try and get that board after a couple of chances, but to no avail, as Naisha Best working on Aisha Short. trying to use her strength. Corinthian Williams spinning around on Miller, puts it up. Oh, my goodness. Nice reverse layup there by Williams, and it's a 6-point lead. The NATO's got to get some kind of offense going here. Short, left wing, gives it up to Miller. Miller hands to Pouncey. China up top to her right, Street. Street working inside, putting up the layup too strong. Rebound knocked away from Boyce and back to Wesleyan, and there's a lid on the basket for the Tornadoes right now. Less than a minute to go in the first. Right side, Williams, guarded by Pouncey. Now Bell. Destiny Bell wants a screen, is going to fire up a three, can't hit, short, rebound by Wesleyan and a foul. Harrison will get 2 free throws here. And the NATO's not rebounding well, not scoring the ball well, and they've got to get things turned around here. Really big matchup. And Harrison, 2 free throws coming here, and the first one no good, short. North Carolina Wesleyan shooting 7 of 16 from the field, 43.8%. Brevard 5 of 12, 41.7%. 5 turnovers for each team. Second free throw is good, and it's a 7-point game as Parkins will come back in for Pouncey. Olivia Miller to inbound here. Aisha Short. 45 seconds to go in the first. Need a basket badly. Short to Parkins. Parkins ranging to her left. Miller. Miller tries to pass, another turnover. Best running up the floor. Middle of the floor, passing to her left. Williams. Williams back to Best. Guarded by Street, going around a screen. Pass out of the corner. A three-pointer by Bell. Wildly off. Boyce gives it over to Parkins. Parkins might have a chance here. You have some numbers, and she slows it down. 17 seconds to go in the first. We'll see if the NATOs take the last shot. Short coming around. Short getting a screen. Pass to Miller. Wasn't ready for it. Gets the jump. Now gives over to Street. Street going inside. Going to put it up again off the glass, and she's fouled. And finally a chance for some more Tornado points. This game was 6-2. Since then, it's been a 15-4 NC Wesleyan run here in the latter half of the first. Michaela Street with a chance to make it 17-12 here with 6.9 to go. Street, first free throw is short. So that was actually the first Tornado free throw and subsequently the first free throw miss. Street going to try and salvage the trip to the line here, and she hits the second. 6-point game once again with just under 7 seconds to go. Inbound to Best, hustling up the right side, can't foul here. Best trying to go inside on Short, blocked again, rebound Street, and that will be the end of the first. NATOs go cold offensively in the back half of that first quarter and find themselves down 6 here at the end of the first. 17-11, NC Wesleyan with the lead in this huge USA South Conference matchup. We'll be back here in just a moment from the Bosch. Back here for the second, Christina Roan now on the floor for the Tornadoes. And she'll give it over to Olivia Miller. NATO's trying to get some more offense going, a little better than they did in the first. Miller gives to Street. Street has a step, going in, putting it up, and fouled again. So another trip to the free throw line coming for Miss Michaela Street. Street had the free throw went 1 for 2 her first trip up, and no, they'll say it was before the shot, and it'll be an inbound play here for the Tornadoes. Roan, the passer, looking for someone, got to get it in, and does over to Street. Street, now Roan in the corner, pass over to Parkins. Parkins getting a screen, splitting it, putting up a jumper, and it's pure. McKenna Parkins. Good start to the second, and it's 17-13. Roan guarding up on Adams. Adams has a screen either way and will not use either of them. Left wing, looking around, now goes in to Goddard. Goddard trying to work on Parkins. Pass back out over to Harrison. Harrison guarded by Boyce. Give back to Adams. Stolen by Michaela Street on the pass. Michaela Street streaking up the middle of the floor. Looking, pass over to Miller. Miller takes a dribble, passes back to Parkins. Parkins goes up off the glass. It's good. And it's a 2-point game once again, a minute into the second. A 4-0 Tornado run to start the second quarter. Left side, Adams, guarded by Roan. Deanna Adams, pass over to Simmons. Simmons wide open layup there. Nadia Simmons now with 4 points, 2 of 4 from the field, and it's 19-15. Christina Roan with the ball, gives to Parkins. Parkins moving to her left, going inside, puts it up off the glass, too strong. Pass, Roan almost is able to steal it from Adams. And now Adams running up the floor, turning around, looking up top, Harrison, trying to get positioning on Boyce, floats it up, can't get it, rebound Michaela Street. Street working through 2 defenders as she brings it up. Street working to her right, pass back Parkins. Parkins is open, and instead we'll give to Miller. Miller, Roan for 3, and she hits it. Timeout coming here by Coach Donald Hudson. He feels the tides turning on that one. Christina Roan with a big tray ball to make it a 1-point game about 2 minutes in here to the second, and we'll be right back as Coach Hudson wants to talk things over, get the defensive strategy right. We'll be right back here from the Bosch. Back here on the floor, NATO's holding a 7-2 run right now. Goddard, Adams, Harrison, Harris, and Simmons, the 5 on the floor. Roan guarding up on Adams, who brings it up. Left side, Goddard, now Simmons. Simmons tries passing it to Harrison. She's able to corral it, trying to work on Boyce. Now gives it up to Simmons. Free throw line jumper, too strong. Rebound knocked right to Olivia Miller, who gives to Roan, and they're off. Roan sprinting up the left side behind the back. Nice little move. Pass is deflected. Street has it anyway. Looking for Parkins. No, takes it up herself, and she's fouled. I thought for sure she was going to try and go back door to Parkins there, but it works out. 2 free throws coming here for Street. She went 1 of 2 in her first trip. Street averaging 7.9 points per game, just under 8 per contest for the freshman. Just provides such an energy and electricity from Michaela Street. Her speed, her bounce, her athleticism just really gives the team a second wind when she's on the floor with the other members of the second unit. First free throw, no good. Same story as the first trip. 3 rebounds already, by the way, for Street, but a chance for her second point here and to tie the ball game up with 7:38 remaining in half number 1, and she will do just that. Rattles around and goes in, and we're all even at 19 apiece here in the second. Right side, Simmons. Now into the corner, knocked away by Street, right into the NATO bench. She collides into the Tornadoes, but is just fine. Good break there by Michaela Street. Inbound coming here. Street, arms in the face, now gives over to Simmons. Simmons gets by Parkins, blocked from behind, and it is brought back in by Goddard, who's going to fire up a mid-range jumper and hit it. Great second effort there by Parkins. She got beat to the spot, got the ball out from behind, but Goddard able to hit the little jumper there. Miller to her left. Now looking into the corner. Roan, another three, and she hits it again. Christina Roan with her second triple. 6 points for her now, and it's a 1-point NATO lead with 7 minutes to go in the first half. Right side, firing up a long two and hitting is Corinthian Williams. Wesleyan gets the lead right back. And now Parkins looking around, right wing, moving pass. Oh, nice dish over to Boyce and the basket. Nalia Boyce with the basket there, her first. NATO's in the lead once again, a 13-6 run. That ball stolen by McKenna Parkins. Parkins streaking to the basket, putting it up, too strong. Rebound Corinthian Williams. And Parkins rushed it there. Simmons trying to go coast to coast, floats it up, and it's good. Nadia Simmons with 6 points. 25-24 game. Roan. Pass over to Parkins. Parkins whips it over to Boyce. Oh, and she can't finish. Nalia Boyce at the rack, cannot put it through. That was a nice pass by McKenna Parkins. And now Adams will set things up. 3 new Bishops getting ready to check into the next dead ball. That ball knocked away by Miller. It'll stay with Wesleyan, and the 3 new players will come in. It looks like it'll be Destiny Bell, Charisma Harrison, and number 11, Kanaya Cromartie. And apologies for Harrison if I've been butchering the name. They've been saying a different name at the scorer's table, but trying to get a read on what that was. Can't quite hear it. That ball stolen away. Michaela Street with the errant pass recovery, moving to her right, putting it up off the glass. It's good. Back and forth in this second. And the NATO's holding a 26-25 advantage with 5:30 to go in half number 1. Adams, 8 points for her on the right wing. Gives it over to Harrison. Harrison gives up top now, going inside. Williams losing the ball and a travel. Tried the hop step. And Best will come in. Naisha Best checking in for the Bishops as Tornado ball and a chance to get their first 2-possession lead since early on in the ball game when it was 6-2. Roan behind the back gives over to Miller. Miller working to her right, putting it up off the glass, no good. Fighting, trying to get the steal, and the wild pass is going to go out of bounds. Out of bounds right in front of the Tornado student section, and the NATOs will get it right back with 5 minutes even to go here in the half. Roan, inbound over to Michaela Street. Less than 5 to go in the half. Miller gives it over to Roan. Roan thinks about the 3, and she's called for the double dribble. Thought she was going to get away with it at first, but could not. And a couple of turnovers traded by each team, and it's Wesleyan ball. Best bringing the ball up. Adams out for now. That ball almost stolen by Parkins and a foul. Let's see if this is on Parkins or Street. I believe it might be Street, and it is. It's Michaela's first foul. And the NATO's first here with 4:44 to go in the second. Best looking for an inbound, now goes up top, just hauling it in. It's Harrison. Left side, Best going to fire up a 3 and hit it. Best with her first basket. She was 0 for 4, and she has the tray ball there to make it a 2-point lead for North Carolina Wesleyan. A back and forth second quarter. Miller up top, getting a screen from Boyce now. Stepping back, going inside, losing the basketball, and it was knocked out by Wesleyan. It'll stay with the Tornadoes. Inbound coming here from Roan. Over to Parkins. Parkins moving to her left. Gives to Street. Street, mid-range jumper in transition, can't hit. Offensive rebound, Olivia Miller. Ball knocked away. Roan has it. Stepping back, a 3. Oh, she can't hit it. Fighting for the rebound, and Best has it. Nearly a huge step-back 3 there. Best passing, going up with Cromartie, and she gets the basket. Back to a 4-point lead for NC Wesleyan. And the NATOs got to hold serve here in these final 4 minutes of the first half. Can't let it get away like you did in the back half of the first quarter. Miller. Parkins. Parkins, a couple of left-hand dribbles, going to fire up a mid-range and hit it. McKenna Parkins with 8 points, leading scorer for the Tornadoes. Best will bring it up. 3:30 to play here in the opening half. Best thinks about the three. Now gives to Harrison. Harrison guarded by Miller. Now going inside. Best puts it up, and she's fouled from behind by Roan. Coming back in now is Janae Goddard. Lexi Shepard and Callie Wells will come back into the ball game. Roan and Parkins will both have a seat. And 2 free throws coming here for Best. And she hits the first one, Naisha Best, making it a 3-point game with 3:18 to go. Second free throw is good as well. Back to a 4-point game. Shepard coming up the right side, trying to go inside, putting it up. She's fouled and one! Oh my goodness, Lexi Shepard off the glass from far away. And she's got the Nados with a chance to get back within one. Lexi Shepard fires up the free throw and hits it. It's a 1-point game. Now Best, guarded by Shepard, trying to beat her and cannot, trying to go coast to coast, and will give it up to Bell. Destiny Bell crossing over on Wells at the free throw line, crossing back to her right, firing it up, and she's fouled. I don't know about that one. That looked like one of those shots where you're trying to draw the foul and nothing else, flailing her body around. 2 free throws regardless, though, coming here for Destiny Bell, the freshman out of Chesapeake, Virginia, Deep Creek High School. Bell 0 for 2 from the field. Both are 3-point tries. She has an assist and a foul as well. And the first free throw is good by Bell. Second free throw coming here for number 22. Less than 3 minutes to go, and she'll hit them both. Back to a 3-point game, and Journey Tyler will check back in. Street will head over to the bench. Greeted with high fives down the bench, and Lexi Shepard at the controls with 2:53 to go here in the first half. Shepard over to Miller. Miller hands to Journey. Tyler over to Wells. Wells now to her left, Miller. Miller going inside, puts it up, and gets the basket. Olivia Miller with the 2 there, and it's a 1-point game. Best trying to get to the hole, gives it up to Harrison. Harrison's basket is good. Nado's not playing good post defense right now. Shepard passes it over to Wells. Now Miller. Miller up top. Gives over to Wells, going to fire up a 3, can't hit it. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Wesleyan ball. Simmons back into the ball game for the Bishops, and 2:11 remaining here in the first half. It'll be Goddard to inbound. And Naisha Best will run point. Lexi Shepard guarding. Best trying to use her strength. She dribbled out of bounds. It didn't get called. Down into the corner, Harrison. It is stolen. Journey Tyler fighting for it. Simmons will get the basket and the foul. That ball looked clear as day to me that she dribbled it out of bounds on the baseline. Nothing was called, and instead it'll be an and one for North Carolina Wesleyan. I don't have the best angle, so I'm just going to go off the referee's judgment. But, man, it looked like she dribbled that off the baseline. Free throw here is good. And a 6-point lead for North Carolina Wesleyan. Christina Roan will come back in. And Miller inbounds over to her. Roan working on the right side. Now Wells. Wells trying to fit it in to Boyce, and it's a turnover. Best trying to race. Ball's knocked loose momentarily. Now into the corner. Harrison down low. Simmons going up again, and she will be, no, a travel. Travel. Travel called. Roan gives it up to Miller. 1:30 to work here. Got to cut into this a little bit. Tyler, right wing, over to Miller. Miller, a dribble, goes up, too strong, rebound, fought for Aaliyah Boyce. She goes up and she's fouled. Aaliyah Boyce, chance for 2 free throws here with 1:20 to go, make it a 4-point game. First free throw by Nalia is good. Corinthian Williams will come back in. 4 points for her, 2 of 2 from the field. Boyce, second free throw is good. So 4-point game, 1:20 to go here in the opening half. 39-35. Wesleyan with the lead. Harrison to Goddard. Goddard going around the screen, gives over to Best. Best hands off to Williams. Williams free throw line jumper is pure. 41 points in the first half by Wesleyan. Roan over to Tyler. Tyler right wing. Goes up top Miller. Miller going to fire up the jump shot. Too strong. Rebound brought in by Cromartie. 6-point game. Can't give up a basket here. 45 seconds to go in the half. Into the corner. Corinthian Williams. Now Goddard. Best calling out the play. 16 on the shot clock. Crossing over to her left. Hop step. Floating it up. Can't hit. Offensive rebound. Cromartie. And she gets the basket. Got to get a basket here if you're the Tornadoes. You had the lead in this quarter. Now you find yourself down 8, possibly going into the half. Roan, another three-pointer. Can't hit. Rebound, Cromartie. And now Best with the basketball. 12 seconds to go in the half. Past the midcourt logo. 6. Best going inside, putting it up. No good. Offensive rebound. And she's fouled. I believe it'll be on the floor. And no, it'll be 2 free throws for Best here. 8-point game. NATO's led in this quarter. And now find themselves down 8 as Best misses the first free throw. And the NATO's just not playing good defense in this one. Just being point blank here. NC Wesleyan shooting over 50% from the field, and that's never going to work. Coach Hudson will be the first one to tell you that. And the second free throw, no good, and they will call a lane violation on Wesleyan. So the Tornadoes will see if they try and even get a shot off here with 2.3 to go. Miller heaves it in journey. Tyler takes 2 dribbles, fires it up, and it'll be short. 8-point lead for NC Wesleyan at the half. NATO's really let that one get away from them at the end of the second. That was back and forth and back and forth and back and forth the whole second quarter, and then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, Wesleyan goes on a run. NATO's can't hit a shot, can't play any defense. 51.5% from the field for Wesleyan, 42.9% from 3. For the Tornadoes, 45% from the field, 22% from 3. 8 turnovers for the Tornadoes. They're actually winning the turnover battle 12-8. And in just a moment, we will be honoring some of the Brevard College athletic teams, and we will send you down here in just a moment to PA announcer Ray Gill at the 12-minute mark. But let's take a look at some of these team stats. 7 points off turnovers for Wesleyan, 8 for the NATOs. Total rebounds, this is a staggering one. 23 rebounds for North Carolina Wesleyan, 10 for Brevard. 10 offensive rebounds for Wesleyan, 4 for Brevard. 13 defensive rebounds for Wesleyan, 6 for Brevard. And just getting beat on the glass. Just getting you can't give up a plus 13 rebound margin. You just can't. And I am 100% sure that the NATOs are going to come out better, both on the defensive end and on the glass in the second half. But just a frustrating first half for the Tornadoes. I'm sure Coach Hudson not happy with it, but let's send it down to the floor. We'll get ready for our second half action about 15 minutes away, and we will honor some of the Brevard College athletes here on the floor here in just a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brevard College Department of Athletics proudly celebrates this year's National Girls and Women's Sports Day. We will now recognize the student athletes from Brevard College's 10 women's sports. In addition, the multitude of women who are coaches and staff members within the Brevard College Department of Athletics will be celebrated as well. Over the years, thousands of student athletes have competed in women's sports at Brevard College, including the current offerings of basketball, cheerleading, cross country, cycling, lacrosse, soccer, softball, tennis, track and field, and volleyball. Now let's welcome onto the court the student athletes from women's sports here at Brevard College. First up, the Tornado women's soccer team. Next, your Lady Tornadoes volleyball team. Next, your women's cross country and track teams. Women's cycling. Softball. Women's tennis. Women's lacrosse. Women's cheerleading. women's lacrosse assistant coach. Taylor Hanna, softball assistant coach. Brittany Franks, volleyball assistant coach. Sally Riggin, women's soccer volunteer assistant coach. Rebecca Rojas, women's soccer volunteer assistant coach. Christy Cobble, softball volunteer assistant coach. And Emily White, softball volunteer assistant coach. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us to celebrate this year's National Girls and Women in Sports Day.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. At halftime, you saw us honor women in sports for National Women in Sports Day. And now it is time for second half action here at the Bosch. It'll be Adams to start things off. Deanna Adams. Wesleyan shot over 50% in the first half. Harrison passes over to Adams, tightly guarded by Shepard, trying to get to the rack now, floats it up and gets it. So a basket right off the bat for Wesleyan, and it's a double-digit lead for the first time. Shepard over to Callie Wells, now Miller. Lexi whips it around to Parkins. Parkins gets a pump fake, goes up, and can get it in and out. Rebound. Now gives that to Adams. Now Simmons. Going in is Goddard. She puts up a reverse. Can't hit. Short. Rebound. Harrison gets it back again, and she's fouled. NATO's with their 8th foul in the game. Only 5 called against Wesleyan. That's McKenna's first foul. And it'll put Harrison at the line. Harrison went 1 of 2 her first trip. First one is good. And it's an 11-point game. And the second free throw is good as well. So 2 for 2 now, 3 of 4 total from the line for Harrison. NATO's got to go on a run. Shepard over to Parkins. Now Miller. Shepard crossing over to her left, trying to bring Journey Tyler over towards her, and does. Now gives to Journey. Journey going to fire up a mid-range and hit it. Money there by Journey Tyler, in the first basket of the second half for the Tornadoes goes to number 3. Left side, Simmons. Harrison down low. Might try and back down Parkins. She will. She goes up and gets the basket. Harrison with 9 points now. Miller gets the pass, puts up a mid-range, can't hit, gets her own rebound, knocks it out over to Wells. Wells fighting for it, and Wesleyan has it. Arena Harris. Now Adams racing Lexi Shepard, moving to her right, almost stolen by Tyler. And a carry, gets away with it. Wesleyan still with the ball. Goddard turning around, putting it up. She's blocked, and it goes over to Tyler, and now a foul. It'll go Brevard's way. Simmons got away with a massive carry there. No harm, no foul, as no points come out of that possession, and Destiny Bell will check in for Wesleyan. Lexi Shepard gives to Wells. Now up top, Tyler. Miller. Couple of dribbles, turnaround jumper, no good. Offensive rebound, McKenna Parkins goes up off the glass and gets it. Parkins to the basket there. About 2.5 into the second half here. Shepard passes it over to Harrison. Harrison looking for a cutter. It's knocked away, but now Wesleyan has the basketball back. Firing up a 3 and hitting is Arena Harris. It's a 13-point game. Not at all what you want if you're the Tornadoes. Shepard, pass midcourt, gives to Wells. Wells tries to fit it into Parkins and does. It's knocked away, and it'll be off the hands of Parkins, going the other way. Inbound here to Adams. About 3 minutes in, and the Tornadoes have to get some kind of run going here quickly. As Adams goes in, puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound, McKenna Parkins. She loses the basketball, but it'll be off of Adams and going Brevard's way. Lucky to avoid a turnover there. Lexi Shepard with the basketball, guarded by Bell. Gives to Parkins. Parkins thinks about the 3. Now instead will dribble to her left and bring Miller over towards her. Parkins goes up, can't hit. Rebound is brought in by Goddard. Oh, boy. Bell coming up the floor. Wesleyan just playing great defense, and a foul there on the Tornadoes on Lexi Shepard. That'll be Lexi's third. And the second for the Nados, and Aisha Short will come in, I presume, for Lexi Shepard. And it will be for Lexi. Inbound coming here from Harris. She gets it back from Harrison, and that ball stolen by Journey Tyler, and she's fouled by Harris. Nice hands there by Journey Tyler. Journey really the only one so far in the second half. That's kind of pushing the tempo, pushing the energy here. Miller gives to Aisha. Short, now to Miller. Miller crossing over to her left, looking around, putting up the shot, and she's got it. Basket there for Olivia Miller. Olivia has 4, 2 of 8 from the field. Now she's getting gone after on defense. Ball's knocked around. Now Harrison has it, working on Parkins. Backing down, turning around, putting it up off the glass. And another basket for Harrison. She's got 11. Aisha Short with the ball. Nados is not playing any defense tonight. Tyler going inside, putting it up. No good. Short. Rebound by Harrison. Harrison, second leading rebounder in the USA South at 9.4 per game. As Adams works on Short, goes in, puts it up, can't get it. Rebound brought in by Parkins, knocked out of her hand, and it'll be Tornado ball. It'll be Best, Cromartie, and Corinthian Williams all coming in here for Wesleyan. No changes for the Tornadoes. Wondering if we'll see Michaela Street here in just a moment. And right as I say that, she does stand up. We'll see. Short gives over to Miller. Miller gives over to Parkins. Parkins, mid-range jumper is good. McKenna Parkins trying to put some life into the Tornadoes here. Looks like Boyce, Street, and Pouncey all going to get ready to check in here in just a moment. That pass almost stolen by Parkins. Cromartie has it instead. Bell travels. Destiny Bell and a couple of consecutive stops for the Tornadoes. Pouncey, Boyce, and Street all coming in. Let's see who comes out. Wells and Miller. And Journey Tyler will also come off the floor. There was some confusion there. Aisha bringing it up the left side. Gives over to Street. Street getting a screen. Thinks about the jumper now, instead gives to Parkins. Parkins moving to her left. Oh! Gives it over to Boyce and gets the basket. It's back within single digits. 9-point game, 4:45 to go here in the third. McKenna might have gotten away with a carry there, but a nice pass over to Boyce. And it's a 9-point game. Got to get a few more stops going a run here. Bell with the ball, gives over to Best. Best. Bell again, firing up a three. Can't hit. Rebound brought in Cromartie. Cromartie goes up, and she's fouled. Cromartie with her 8th rebound there. It'll be Aisha's second foul and the team's third, and the free throws will come when we get back. Timeout coming here. Just under 4.5 to go here in the third. Nados trailing it by 9, 54-45. Huge USA South matchup. We'll be right back. back on the floor now. 2 free throws coming here for Kanaya Cromartie, the freshman out of Smithfield, Virginia, Smithfield High School. 2 free throws coming here. Cromartie's first is pure, and it's a 10-point game. 4:26 to go here in the third. Second free throw here. Cromartie is good as well. 6 points for Cromartie, 8 rebounds, and it's an 11-point game. NATO's got to chip into it before the fourth. Short, some contact, now gives over to Street. Street crossing to her left, spinning around, tries to get it over to Pouncey and does. She handles it short. A 3 is also short. Can't hit, and it's an 11-point game. 4:03 to go here. Adams working on short. Now gives to Best. Best around the screen, free throw line jumper, no good, and the rebound will go right over to Adams. And the pass off the hands of Cromartie. It'll go out of bounds, and the rebounding difference, 31-13. 31-13. You did not mishear that, folks. Harrison will check back in for Wesley, and Adams will have a seat. And now Aisha Short bring the ball up. Right side, Aisha Short crossing over to her left, stepping back, three-pointer again is airballed. Short back-to-back misses from beyond the arc, and it'll stay in an 11-point game. Best moving to her right, guarded by Street. Street trying to play some tight defense here. Harrison to the ball, trying to come around the corner. Now Corinthian Williams. Williams stepping back, now gives over to Best. Getting a screen is Best. Street not losing any ground. And a foul called right as the shot clock expired. We'll see which one they stick with. It will be the foul. She threw it up because the shot clock was going down. There was no way she was making that shot. And 2 free throws coming now out of it. That is a shot clock violation, and they're going to give her 2 free throws out of it. Not the first time we've seen some questionable officiating, and the first free throw good by Best, and it's a 12-point game. Should be tornado ball. And Best getting ready for another free throw here, and she hits it. 13-point game here. 3:13 remaining in the third. China Pouncey, right wing, gives over to Short. Short in the corner, right in front of the tornado bench. Ranging to her left. Long 2, can't hit. The last 3 possessions have all been misses by the point guard, Aisha Short, and a cold spell for her here. Best moving to her left, trying to work on Street. Spinning around, gives over to Harrison. Harrison, Best once more. In the left corner, getting a screen, going away from it, putting up the shot, and hitting. A 15-point lead here for North Carolina Wesleyan. Short gives to Parkins. Parkins, pass, Boyce. Wild pass, another turnover. Now Best loses the ball. Has it back. 2:25 to go in this third. NATO's outscored by 5 here in the third so far after being down 10 at the half. That shot goes off the side of the glass, but Harrison will get her own rebound. Pass over to Best. Three-pointer, can't hit. Rebound, China Pouncey. Pouncey, right side, gives to Parkins. Parkins going inside, putting it up. She's blocked, and it'll be a foul. 2 free throws coming here for Parkins. It'll be against Kanaya Cromartie. That's her second and the team's third. Harrison will come out, and Alexis Marshall, haven't seen her in a while, was injured a few weeks back. She is into this game for the first time, and Parkins misses the first free throw. And you see Coach Donald Hudson not looking pleased just in front of the scorer's table as he looks onward. And Parkins misses both free throws. Best coming up the middle of the floor. Working on Street, loses the ball. It gets over to Goddard. Goddard going to take a free throw line jumper. No one was near her to contest. And it's another basket. A 17-point lead for North Carolina Wesleyan. Michaela Street, mid-range jumper is no good. Rebound fought for and taken in by North Carolina Wesleyan. Best coming up the floor, 120. Left side, Best going in, and it'll be a foul against Michaela Street. She hits the ground. That's Street's second foul, I believe. Team's fifth. And 2 more free throws coming here for Best, who has 9 points. 9 points on 2 of 10 from the field. 4 of her points coming from the free throw line in 5 tries. Can't hit that one, though, and she's 4 of 6 from the stripe. Lead will stay at 17, and it's going to take some kind of effort here at the end of the third and in the fourth to come back in this one. And the NATOs really, really need this one. Find themselves in a tie for second place with North Carolina Wesleyan, and a game against undefeated Greensboro still remaining on the docket for the Tornadoes. Marshall gives over to Pouncey. Up top, Miller. Left side, Marshall. Up top, Street. Gonna fire up a 3. Can't hit. Rebound, China. Pouncey. Good offensive board there. Street. Up top, moving to her left. Going inside. Puts it up. Can't get it. Rebound fought for. Brought in by Street, knocked out of her hands. Adams is on the ground. Pouncey is on the ground. It'll be a jump ball, and the possession arrow will stay with the Tornadoes. 18-point game. Marshall looking for an inbound, finds Boyce. Boyce losing the basketball, fighting for it with Adams. And another jump ball. It'll go Wesleyan's way. Goddard to inbound here. Gives to Adams. Adams guarded by Street, and a foul on Street. And some boos rightfully being drawn from the crowd. 13th foul on the Tornadoes, 8 called against North Carolina Wesleyan. NATOs have shot 9 free throws for Wesleyan. Free throws 17 and 18 coming up. Adams misses the first. Second free throw coming here from Adams, Deanna Adams. And she can't hit. She goes 0 for 2. And the rebound brought in by Marshall, fighting for it, getting away from the scrum. Miller comes away with it. Olivia Miller, pressure by North Carolina Wesleyan. China Pouncey, got to get up the floor and does. Gives it over to Boyce. Boyce spinning around, going up, off the glass, no good. Rebound Cromartie. Goodness gracious. Street guarding on Adams. Adams to her left, firing up a 3. Arena can't hit. Offensive rebound, Cromartie putting up a floater, can't hit. Rebound, Alexis Marshall, 3, 2, and a merciful end to the third quarter. NATOs outscored 20-10 in that third period. Doubled up in that third period, and just not what you want to see at all if you're head coach Donald Hudson. It's going to be a large hole to have to try and climb out of here in the fourth. NATOs trailing by 18. We'll be right back. Inbound coming here. Over to Alexis Marshall. NATO's enter the fourth. Down 18 points. Miller crossing over to her left, putting it up, and she gets the basket. Good start to the fourth. 16-point game, 15 seconds in to the final period here. Right side Arena. Gives up top. Simmons, now Best. Best. Harrison. Harrison going to work on Miller, floats it up, and gets the basket. Harrison, 13 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 9 rebounds. And the NATOs, since the second quarter, just have not been able to sustain any kind of run. Marshall, left wing. Now Street. Street going inside, putting it up, and she's fouled. See if that was on the shot. First foul against Best. And it'll be 2 free throws for Michaela Street, who is 2 for 4 from the stripe. Bit of a quiet scoring night for Michaela, only 1 of 7 from the field. A cold night for her, but she does knock down the first free throw. She's got 5. Second free throw coming here is good, so perfect trip to the line for Michaela Street as she is up on Best. Best calling out the play. Gives up top to Goddard. Right side, Nadia Simmons. Trying to get past Pouncey and does. Puts it up off the glass. Can't hit. Offensive rebound to herself. Pass is stolen. Michaela Street, she hits the ground. Loses the ball. Left side, Arena for 3. Can't hit. Rebound to Leah Boyce. Over to Miller. Miller in the open court now, and she will take it all the way and get the basket. 14-point game, and this is what the NATOs need. A couple of baskets in a row. Got to defend. Left side, Arena. Gives over through the hands, and Street has it. Street in the open court. She will have a basket on another steal. 12-point game, and if the NATOs can get it within single digits quickly, we might have a ball game. The NATOs' big problem has been rebounding. Got to get boards when you have the chance. Best. Working on Miller, crossing over to her left, looking around. Street going for another steal. Harrison, pass is out of bounds. Another turnover. Timeout coming here, North Carolina Wesleyan. The deficit has been cut down to 12, and we'll be right back here from the Bosch, see what Coach Hudd has in store for us. Olivia Miller to inbound. NATOs have the ball and a chance to get it back within 10. Christina Roan over to Miller. Miller dribbling, now looking for a pass. Gives it over to Roan. Roan going inside, right on the baseline. Gets it over to Parkins. That was close, and that pass nearly intercepted by Harrison. NATO's playing with fire, and Boyce through contact gets the ball back. Over to 3 on the shot clock. Roan long 3. Can't hit. Rebound hauled in by Best. A messy offensive possession there by the Tornadoes. Long pass under the basket. Simmons off the glass gets the basket. 14-point game. Roan coming up. You need a run. Marshall around the screen, going inside, takes it to the rack and gets the basket. Alexis Marshall, who we have not seen in a while due to injury. Goddard. Over to Arena. Arena trying to work on Marshall. Gives over to Simmons. Best. 13 on the shot clock. Best. Over to Harrison. Harrison has been playing physical all night. Goes up off the glass. Can't get it. Rebound to Leah Boyce. She's surrounded and she's fouled. 12-point game. Chance to get it back within 10. Checking back in now is Deanna Adams for Wesleyan. Marshall bringing the ball up, and they found some success with her and her return. Miller, Parkins, McKenna. This is those games where you need your veterans to take over. McKenna, no exception here. Parkins up top, going inside, pass over to Boyce. Oh my goodness, what a pass. Right on time for Parkins. Right as I say you need the veterans to step up, she whips a dime over to Aaliyah Boyce. Left side, Goddard. Simmons around a screen, going inside, puts it up off the glass. It's good. 12-point game once again. Roan, pass over to McKenna. McKenna going inside, turning around, up top Miller. Miller jab step, passing over to Boyce. Boyce in the corner, coming inside, putting it up, and she can't get it. In and out, Nalia Boyce. Harrison with the rebound. Adams losing the basketball, fighting for it as Parkins. They're on the ground, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow goes Wesleyan's way. Now coming back in is Destiny Bell for Wesleyan. Man, couple of missed opportunities for the Tornadoes in these last couple of moments. Adams to inbound. Looking for somebody. Has Harrison down under the basket. Backdoor pass over to Goddard. Mid-range jumper is pure. Back to a 14-point game. 5:20 to go. Miller over to Marshall. Marshall spinning around. Gives over to Roan. Roan, a lot of traffic. Gets hit from behind. And they call the foul. Thank goodness. She got drilled. There was no whistle at first. Oh, my. That would have been a atrocious no call. But now some free throws coming here for Christina Roan. All's well that ends well. Roan, first free throw is good. Rattle around and goes in. .13-point game. Roan, second free throw is good. 2 for 2 from the line for Roan, and it's back to a 12-point game as Corinthian Williams and Kanaya Cromartie checking in. Adams brings it up. 5 minutes to go, 12-point game. NATOs need a couple of stops and a couple of baskets to make this one interesting. Simmons beats Parkins to the spot, now passes out to the corner. Bell gives back to Simmons. Simmons going up off the glass, no good. Rebound Cromartie, she goes up and she's fouled hard. You've got to get these rebounds. It is getting bad in that department. NATO's getting out-rebounded by more than 20. China Pouncey back in. 43-20 rebound margin. And the margin in rebounds, NC Wesleyan has more rebounds. The gap between Wesleyan and Brevard is higher than the amount of rebounds that Brevard has as a team. Timeout here coming before the free throws. Less than 5 minutes to go. We'll be right back. NATO's trailing by 12. Back out of the timeout. The 5 remains the same for both teams with 4:49 to go. Kanaya Cromartie at the line. Cromartie, 6 points, 2 of 2 from the stripe, 12 rebounds. First free throw is too strong. And you got to box out here. You got to box out on Corinthia Williams and Nadia Simmons if she misses this free throw, which she does not. 13-point game, 4:49 to play. Roan speeding up the right side. Got to keep it under control behind the back. And gives it to Pouncey in some traffic, some congestion. Now Pouncey gets some space and goes to her left. Gives to Miller. Miller to her left. Whoa, tries to go. A no-look pass behind her head, and it's intercepted. Left side Simmons going in, spinning around, taken away by Parkins. McKenna up the floor, taken away off her foot. She hits the ground. She is in pain. Going up is Simmons, and she gets the basket. McKenna Parkins is on the ground, rolled up on that ball badly. And we will step aside here for a moment while she gets tended to. McKenna Parkins on the ground. We will be right back.
McKenna Parkins, Marion, North Carolina.
Alexis Marshall, Shelby, North Carolina.
Cassie Flemons, Asheville, North Carolina. Go Natos.
Christina Wong, Morton, North Carolina.
Lexi Shepard, Somerville, South Carolina.
Melanie Hoyle, Silva, North Carolina. Go Tornadoes.
Aisha Short, Morganton, North Carolina.
Nalia Boyce, Marion, North Carolina.
Jada Petty Wilkins, Tryon, North Carolina.
China Pouncey, Dillon, South Carolina.
Shania Hauser, Statesville, North Carolina. Go Natos.
Janie Tyler, Nashville, Tennessee.
Callie Wells, Fort Mill, South Carolina. Go Tornadoes.
Michaela Street, Baltimore, Maryland.
Olivia Miller, Hudson, North Carolina. Go Natos.
.4:15 to go. Natos trailing by 15. After McKenna Parkins got the steal, got the ball knocked away, and then rolled up on it. Street with the basketball. Up top, Miller. Left side, Christina Roan. Street going in, putting up the floater through contact. No whistle. Go figure, no whistle there. Adams. Guarded by Street. Corinthian Williams. Now Simmons. Simmons leading scorer with 15. Adams looking, now goes to her left, going inside, gives over to Williams, mid-range jumper, no good, rebound taken in by Michaela Street, knocked up in the air by Pouncey. Street moves to her left, trying to hold on to the ball, now gives to Pouncey. Pouncey, Roan behind the back, now over to Miller, right wing. Miller passes it into Boyce. Boyce has it, and she's fouled. Nalia Boyce, 2 more free throw opportunities here. 2 of 2 from the stripe thus far. And if this one stands, just a really, really disappointing effort here tonight. Trailing by 15 with 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go as Nalia knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw coming here in just a minute, and she connects on it. Adams with the ball, 13-point game. Gives over to Goddard. Goddard guarded tightly by Pouncey, sparking some noise from the crowd. Going inside, Cromartie gives over to the corner. Bell, long 2, can't hit. Rebound, China Pouncey. Pouncey looking for a pass, now to her right. Keeps it, now goes to Street. Street moving to her left, going inside, spinning around, and a foul. Foul called against Corinthian Williams. And for NC Wesleyan, if they do get this victory, they will move to 11-3 in the conference. Tornadoes will fall to 10-4. Let's take a look at who North Carolina Wesleyan has remaining. Pfeiffer, Southern Virginia, Methodist, and then Pfeiffer again. As the first free throw, no good by Michaela Street. Remember, Pfeiffer did get the best of the NATOs the other night, and so NC Wesleyan is not unsusceptible. As the second free throw is connected on by Street. Southern Virginia as well. Southern Virginia, a really good team, and the NATOs might need some help from them, depending on how the rest of their schedule plays out. For the Tornadoes, they got to turn it back around tomorrow. If they fall on this one, it'll be a 3-game losing streak that they're going to have to try and break against Meredith tomorrow on Senior Day. Then they go on the road to take on Methodist. They have Greensboro at home. And then they finish off the regular season at Salem, February 18th. And the NATOs in some real danger here in the final stretch of this one. Unless you get a couple quick threes, it's going to be tough. 2:43 to go. NATOs trailing by 12, 74-62. An inbound coming here from Goddard. Adams has it, knocked away by Street. No, Adams still has it. On the left wing, gives over to Destiny Bell. Bell around 2 screens, now goes the other way, gives to Adams, guarded tightly by Street. Adams going around her screen herself, picked up by Pouncey, going in, stepping back, looking for a pass, spinning around, gives over to Cromartie, who fires up a mid-range, cannot hit. Took some time off the clock there. Journey Tyler passes right to Cromartie. Cromartie coming back, going up, can't hit the layup. Rebound China Pouncey. That was an easy opportunity for Cromartie, and you got to slow things down. You need a basket here. Journey Tyler with the ball, goes inside, through contact, she's fouled. 2 free throws coming here. Less than 2 minutes to go. Chance to make it a 10-point game. Now, Tornadoes have outscored Wesleyan 17-11 in this quarter, but that was after getting outscored in each of the previous 3 periods. Looks like it'll be Nadia Simmons coming back in, Cromartie coming out, and they'll shift over Harrison, second leading rebounder in the USA South. 2 big free throws here for Journey Tyler, and she can't hit the first. Gonna make it even tougher here. Journey, chance for another one, and she hits. 11-point game, 1:56 to go. You got to D up. Best, almost stolen, and it is stolen. China Pouncey knocked off her hands, and it'll be going the NATO's way. Big play there by China Pouncey. Always coming up with those steals, those offensive rebounds, and doing the dirty work that not a lot of players are willing to do. Miller goes in to her left. Mid-range jumper is good. Quick score there. It's a 9-point game, 1:41 to go. Best over to Simmons. Simmons picked up by Pouncey. Pass over to Bell. Backdoor. Goddard jumper, no good. Rebound to Leah Boyce. Street coming up the middle of the floor. Michaela Street takes it herself off the glass. Can't get it. Offensive rebound, China Pouncey. Boyce, long 2. Can't hit. Rebound, Pouncey hits the floor. And we'll see who that's on. Pouncey on the floor. A Wesleyan player is on the floor. I can't tell who that is. Oh, my goodness. Wesleyan will head over to their bench. And is that a foul on China? They collided in the air. I'm not sure who that's against. They have an equal right to the ball. I'm not sure who hit who. Just saw a collision. Oh, and that would have been big if the NATOs could have got that basket to be down 7 with about a minute and a half to go. Michaela took it herself on the layup, finished just short. China Pouncey with the offensive rebound. And I believe it will still be Tornado ball. In fact, it'll be 2 free throws for China Pouncey, 2 big free throws coming up here. Fouls on Bell. That'll be her second foul. All Wesleyan players that checked in tonight scored. Only one Tornado has not scored, and that's Aisha Short. First free throw, China, no good. Free throws have been a killer for the Tornadoes. 13 of 20 from the line. Wesleyan not that much better at 14 of 20. China, second free throw, no good, and Harrison will get the rebound. Wasted opportunity, and that probably will seal it unless they can force a quick turnover. Nadia Simmons, and it looks like they'll just slow this one down. Rightfully so, 9-point game. Arena gives up top, right side Best, guarded by Street. Best turning around, gives over to Simmons. Entirely too much time has gone off the clock. Corner, Arena, three, can't hit. And the offensive rebound goes to Wesleyan, and they can pretty much milk this thing. A foul coming here against China Pouncey. And just a disappointing loss. Really, really crushing last 3 games for the Tornadoes. An overtime loss in Southern Virginia, a letdown loss to Pfeiffer, and now a loss on your home court with a team that you're tied for second in the conference with. Won't be tied any longer after this. Wesleyan will move to 11-3 in the conference. Tornadoes will fall to 10-4. And just not how many envision this game going. You see the look on head coach Donald Hudson's face. Knows that he let one get away. Knows that they couldn't control the glass, and that was 100% the biggest trend in this game. Total rebounds 46-27 in favor of North Carolina Wesleyan. Just cannot have that at all. And the NATO's down 9. I mean, they've missed 8 free throws. You make those free throws, it's a completely different ball game, but you can always look back. Hindsight's 50-50, and the bottom line is the NATO's did not make the plays on either end of the floor, especially on the defensive end, that they needed to make in order to win this game. And I'm sure Coach Hudson and his team are fully aware of that. They got to regroup and come back tomorrow against Meredith. Senior day on the court, and you cannot, absolutely cannot, drop 4 games in a row. Dropping 3 is very, very dangerous, but you cannot drop 4 in a row. So the NATOs will finish the season series with Wesleyan in a split. They got the victory at Wesleyan. Both teams earning victories on the road against the other team. And the inbound coming here, brought in by Best, and she's fouled by Street. 37 seconds to go in this one. And that foul looks to just delay the inevitable. And the NATOs have outscored Wesleyan by 9 in this period, but that is after being outscored in each of the first 3 periods as Street gets another foul. And that will be Michaela Street fouling out. Lexi Shepard will come in for her. And really, what I think back on is that second quarter. It was back and forth for really the whole first half of that second quarter. The NATOs went on a run, got a lead at one point, and then in the third also getting outscored 20-10. But, man, that second quarter, you have the lead halfway through the second quarter, and you go to the half down 8. You just can't have that. Both of the first 2 quarters, as Lexi Shepard commits a foul there. Both of the first 2 quarters, the NATOs started off strong and just faltered in the back half of the quarter. And then just getting outclassed in the third. Have had a really good fourth, getting it back within single digits for now, but it was all too little too late, it appears, as the first free throw by Simmons, no good. Second free throw coming here for Simmons, and she hits it. She's got 16 to lead all scorers. 7 of 13 from the field, and a timeout coming here with 29.5 seconds left. We'll be right back. Back on the floor here, Olivia Miller looking to inbound, gets it into Journey Tyler, who will pump fake, go inside, and get ripped from behind. Wesleyan ball and a foul going the other way. And more free throws coming. With 23.9 seconds to go. And the stoppages in this last minute just seem a little bit unnecessary. It'll be Simmons, a chance to add on to her 16. She'll hit the first. There's not much to say about this game that I've not said already, but just a flat performance by the Tornadoes in a game that you absolutely needed to have. Shepard brings it up, crossing over, turning around, pass over to Miller. Miller up top, long two, can't hit. Rebound, Aaliyah Boyce. Boyce looking for a pass, and we'll whip it over to Miller. Miller goes inside, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Aaliyah Boyce again, puts it up, and she's fouled. With 4 seconds to go, Aaliyah Boyce will get a chance to get it back to 10. First free throw here by Boyce is good. Second free throw is also good. And Aaliyah with 12 points. Tied for the leading scorer, and that will be all she wrote. Not going to take too long recapping this one. NATO's fall by 10, 77-67. North Carolina Wesleyan no longer in a tie for second place with Brevard, at least with Brevard. I'm not sure about Southern Virginia. We will check on that here in just a moment. It was a three-way tie between Southern Virginia and Brevard and North Carolina Wesleyan. It looks like Southern Virginia was playing William Peace and was given an away forfeit. So that will be a conference victory for the for Southern Virginia and the Knights. And tomorrow, Southern Virginia will take on Methodist at home. North Carolina Wesleyan will take on Pfeiffer tomorrow, and the NATOs will be here for Senior Day against Meredith. NATOs, taking a look at some of these team stats real quick. The rebounding we already talked about many times. 46-29 rebounding. Offensive rebounds 19-11 in favor of North Carolina Wesleyan. Defensive rebounds 27-18 in favor of North Carolina Wesleyan. And second chance points 18-8 in favor of North Carolina Wesleyan. Steals were even at 9 apiece. NATOs had 3 more fouls at 19. Turnovers, 19 for Wesleyan, 14 for the NATOs. Field goal percentage, 28 of 65 for North Carolina Wesleyan, 43.1%. Brevard, 25 of 62, 40.3%. NATOs falling by 10 here, 77-67. They fall to 10-4 in conference play. North Carolina Wesleyan moves on to 11-3. And just like that, all of a sudden the NATOs are really in 4th place in the conference, at least tonight. Southern Virginia and Wesleyan will remain tied for second. Greensboro, of course, atop the conference with their unbeaten conference record and double-digit winning streak. NATO's still got to face them one more time. They get to face them here in the Bosch and hopefully get a better performance than they did tonight. Right back here tomorrow for Senior Day, 2 o'clock tip-off. And at 10 a.m., I believe, is the first women's lacrosse game of the season for the Tornadoes. Until then, I'm Brady Penn signing off.